dominating sports. It's time for Pierre Governor Sports on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. The Pierre Governors are brought to you by Bank West, Allied Plumbing, Beck Motors, Home Care Services, Venture Communications, Vilas Pharmacy, Todd's Electric, State Farm Insurance, CHS River Plains, and Zander Auto Parts.
Coming out the timeout, Elijah Bucci with the snap. He goes left side. Down to the end zone. He's in! Touchdown Governors! They've got the lead with 8 seconds to go.
And by Wheelhouse Auto Body, Slumberland, SD Savin, Shane's Pharmacy, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, First Fidelity Bank, Country Carpet and Flooring, and Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping.
This will be tapped over. See if the Governors again can take advantage of it. Waldron set for Cronin. There's your win. It's set one, 32-30. Campbell Cronin with 8 kills in the first set.
And by Wagner Auto, Sanford Clinic, the South Dakota Office of Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Envirotech, First National Bank, and Faith Lutheran Church.
As the Governors get across midfield, LaRoche now with some open space, looking to send one through forward for Aharts. It comes in, Aharts, he scores! Keith Aharts from LaRoche, and it's a 1-0 lead.
And by Cougar Climate Systems, River Bottom Sanitation, Rising Hope Counseling, Pizza Ranch, Olson Plumbing, Dakota Storm Roofing, Ferding Electric, James Valley Landscaping, Lamb Motors, May Adam, and First Dakota National Bank.
Sheldon will lose the ball. The Pierre Governors, they fall on it. They're going to the Dome. The Governors score with 8 seconds remaining, and they win it 14-9.
And by Oahe Federal Credit Union, Missouri River Dentistry, Cougar Contracting, Karsten Erickson Roofing, Gales Gas, Edward Jones Financial, and First United Methodist Church. And now to the booth with the call of the game and the voice of the Pierre Governors, John Winkler.
And a good afternoon as we welcome you here to the Pilk Fields as the Pierre Governors and the Watertown Arrows meet in the state quarterfinals, as the Govs will be looking to get a state semifinal berth for the first time since 2018 when they went on to win the second of back-to-back state championships, as the Govs are looking to beat Watertown for the second time this year. They won 3-2 earlier in the season, September 2nd, right here at the Pilk Fields, as the Govs got 3 goals from Lexi Homer to get the win. Govs won 5-1 on Tuesday, beating the Mitchell Colonels, as they end up getting 4 goals in the second half, as the Govs pick up those 4 goals after it's a 1-1 tie. They're down 1-0, end up coming back and tying the game up 1-1, end up winning 5-1 in a really complete, dominating second half for the Governors over the Mitchell Colonels. We've got a windy day here this afternoon. That can be a factor in the ball game, but more so it's blowing it. The flags are going from the right to the left of your radio dial, but it will be something that can be an issue as we go along here this afternoon, as the Pierre Governors and the Watertown Arrows get set for their quarterfinal matchup. Coming up in 1 o'clock for kickoff, and the Govs will be looking to advance and will face the winner of Harrisburg and Yankton. They also start at 1 o'clock. We have one score update right now. We don't have a score up for O'Gorman Roosevelt in the 4-5 matchup, but it is the Stevens Raiders with a 1-0 lead over Aberdeen Central near halftime of that contest between those two teams. We'll step aside for 3 minutes. We'll come back with more of the pregame show. You listen to Pierre Governor Soccer on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As community bankers, Bank West employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose Bank West. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to sponsor today's game. Whether you're in the market for a brand new Ford, Lincoln, or Toyota, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our team is here to get you back on the road in style. From tough trucks to family SUVs, we've got the selection you need and the hometown service you deserve. Browse online anytime at CapitalCityFordToyota.com. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, where community drives us forward.
Planting for next year is right around the corner, but do you know how much nutrients your crops will need? Fall soil sampling with CHS River Plains can help you look at each field's nutrient carryover, provide you with a more accurate farm plan, and allow you to take a position on those nutrients needed when you see fit. Plus, it'll make your life easier next spring when the planters are ready to roll and you don't have to wait. Contact your local CHS River Plains agronomist today, and we'll get the pickup headed your way.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back as we continue the pregame show here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Mendel Miller will join us here in just a moment. John Wickler with you on a sunny, somewhat sunny afternoon, but a very windy Saturday afternoon for the Pilk Fields here in Pierre as the Governors and the Watertown Arrows are set to battle here in the quarterfinals, as the Governors will be looking to get to the semifinals. Watertown won 2-1 over Lincoln to get to this point, as they are the 11th seed, the only upset in the first round between in the girls' side. There were two upsets in the boys' side. Watertown was one of those upsets as well, and they're actually hosting Brandon Valley, the 12-13 matchup. That started at 11 o'clock, and we'll see if maybe we can get a score update for you before we start our contest. But Aberdeen Central, Sioux Falls Christian, they got underway at 12 on the boys' side. The 1 o'clock game for Jefferson and Sturgis in the 2-7 contest, and then the top seed Lincoln against the 8 seed O'Gorman at 2 o'clock on the boys' side. Stevens and Aberdeen Central in the 1-8, as well as also O'Gorman and Roosevelt in the 4-5. They got underway at 12 o'clock. Harrisburg and Yankton are getting started at 1 o'clock, along with the Pierre Governors and the Watertown Arrows here this afternoon at 1 o'clock as they get set for a kickoff between these two teams. They have the starting lineups. We'll have those coming up in just a moment. We're just about set for the contest. We got about 10 minutes before kickoff as the clock is winding down, and then we'll be ready to go for Pierre and Watertown in our state quarterfinal matchup between the number 3 seed Pierre Governors and the 11 seed Watertown Arrows. Back in 3 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Is it time for a fresh look underfoot? Tired of worn out carpets or outdated flooring? Then you need to visit Country Carpet and Flooring in Pierre. We're your local experts for every style, from plush carpets and durable laminates to elegant hardwoods and luxury vinyl. Discover hundreds of options from top name brands, all with our friendly expert service. Visit Country Carpet and Flooring at 414 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre or call us at 605-224-9297. Country Carpet and Flooring. Your floor, your style, our expertise.
Have you assessed your roof at your home or business? Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters can help. Since 2010, Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters has been helping their customers in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and all surrounding areas. With over 20 years experience, the professionals at Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters know how to get the job done. Specializing in all types of roofing, they'll make sure to find the right fit for you and your home. Give them a call at 605-280-9794 or get a free quote on their website at dakotastormroofing.com. Dakota Storm Roofing and Gutters. Reliable roofing for your peace of mind.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
At Wheelhouse Auto Body, we believe in treating our customers and their cars like family. Our service-focused team has over 50 years combined experience in the automotive repair industry. If you have a vehicle, big or small, that needs some TLC, Wheelhouse Auto Body team is ready to take care of you. Visit Wheelhouse Auto Body at 720 North Garfield or contact us at 605-494-0436. Wheelhouse Auto Body of Pierre.
As we welcome you back, as we get set here for the beginning of the state quarterfinals between the Pierre Governors and the Watertown Arrows. John Winkler with you on this Saturday afternoon as we look through some of the starters here for both these teams. As we'll first start with the Watertown Arrows. Megan Clay will get the start along with Berkeley Fliggy. Sophia Gallardo, who scored a goal for the Watertown Arrows in that first contest, along with Miley Canas, number 7, Katie Fisher, who had the other goal for Watertown, number 9, McKenna Blank, number 12, Chloe Landmark, number 13, Olivia Detman, number 18, Sydney Stanton, number 15, Maya York, and the goalkeeper is Madison Enstad for Watertown. For the Pierre Governors, obviously, Emily Swanson is back in goal. She had 8 saves the first time these two teams met, and the 10 shots on target. It was also be in the starting lineup be Zoe Bauer, Jasmine Yost, Josephine Wirtz, as well as also Natalie Flotmeyer and Caitlin Taylor, Maya Fravel, Lexi Hilmer, Devin Van Rokel, Allison Demers, as well as then Sophia Bergman. So the same starters as what it was on Tuesday for the Governors against the Mitchell Colonels. We'll take another break. We'll come back here in another 3 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Soccer on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
For over 60 years, Ferding Electric has been powering homes and businesses across central South Dakota. When you need reliable electrical service, trust the experts with decades of experience. Whether it's a simple residential repair, a complex commercial installation, or even electrical work on your farm, Ferding Electric has you covered. And if you're tired of searching everywhere for that hard-to-find bulb, Ferding Electric carries a wide selection of bulbs, including those hard-to-find fluorescent and specialty options. Visit us at 2903 East Elizabeth Street or call today, 605-224-8684. Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
The lawyers at the May Adam Law Firm in Pierre know how important your families are to you. If you've been putting off getting your affairs in order, know that the May Adam Law Firm is available to counsel you through your questions and help you get the documents in place so that you've made your loved ones secure. Call them at 224-8803 and they can chat with you about how to document your concerns and care for your family. We're all in this together, and the May Adam Law Firm is ready and able to help.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut hundreds of cross, and played hours of peekaboo and duck duck gray duck because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Carrie Bauman will help make it easy and affordable to help protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Carrie Bauman in Pierre today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello friends, this is Pastor Sam at Faith Lutheran Church. We have many blessings to give thanks. A beautiful city on the river, helpful and encouraging friends and neighbors, and of course, our peer athletes. They're the reason for us being here, so let's help them out. I will be praying for our athletes throughout this season. I encourage you to join me in praying for their health and safety as well as their success, both on the field and in the classroom.
We're Faith Lutheran and we are glad you're here.
Did you know it is important for your child to see the dentist at the time their first tooth erupt? A healthy smile begins at birth, and there are many variables, from healthy eating habits to good oral hygiene and routine dental care. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer. At Missouri River Dentistry, we enjoy working with people of all ages. Dentistry is our profession, but people are our focus. I invite families to come experience an office that uses the latest techniques and equipment to be sure you receive that healthy and happy smile. To schedule your appointments for your family, call us at 223-2021. Kids love us, parents trust us.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. You'll find a great selection of quality new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, plus a great selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take good care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local, family-owned, full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
As we welcome you back, we are set for kickoff between the Pierre Governors and the Watertown Arrows in the 3-11 contest, as the Govs will be looking to get in the state semifinal, which will be on Tuesday. If it is Yankton that they would play, they'll be home against the Gazelles. If Harrisburg wins, which between Harrisburg and Stevens, they've been the two best teams so far in the states for obvious reasons, being number 1 and number 2. They would travel to Harrisburg on Tuesday of next week. Well, we are just about set. The Governors will get the first opportunity to possess. They will go from right to left on your radio dial, then from left to right in the second half. Listen to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. I believe referees are all ready to go, just about all ready to go. And the winner to the state semifinal on Tuesday Governors are looking to beat Watertown for the second straight time this year for a 3-2 win earlier in the season. And we are underway here for the state quarterfinal. Pass will go up for Bauer over on that right side, on that far side of the field. As Bauer will move it across, as it will be looking to try and get a cross in, as it will be now taken here far side as Mendel Miller joins us over on the far side. Watertown will take over, and the pass will go up towards Gallardo. Sophia Brueggemann will take it back over for the Govs at near midfield. Josephine Wirtz here to the near side, and it's now for the Governors and Allison DeMertz. Near side, Governors with it once again is Devin Van Rokel out for Lexi Hilmer back at midfield. An early feeling out process between these two teams. Jasmine Yost nearly lost this ball, and it will roll to the sideline, and it will stay in play as Yost will have it and will move it away from the defender, and then a play will continue, and it will be eventually grabbed by Lexi Hilmer. Her pass will go up for Flatmeyer. Early attack here for the Governors, looking for a shot. That ball is bounced off of Hilmer, then headed by a Watertown arrow, and then the ball is still knocked down. It's then shot up on the side of the head of Maya Fravel, and then out of the danger area near midfield. But the Governors aren't laying the tack up quite yet. That pass is turned over, but then given right back to Jasmine Yost. Yost fights off of a little bit of a hip check. Yost trying to cross it in, gets it right away from the defender. Now we'll cross it in. That shot, the potential shot, was stopped by Watertown, and then Wirtz will keep it alive, and the Governors are still attacking. They'll pass it back out and try and reset this offense up as the wind is swirling here at the Pilk Fields. Josephine Wirtz over to the far side. Yost now will get it over for Bauer, and the Governors are right back in the attacking third. Side of the box right now for Bauer. Bauer will turn. It'll be a cross over for Hilmer, heads it on net, and then the save is made. And the first shot and the first attack here for the Governors is stopped by the goalkeeper in Madison Enstad.
You know, John, I didn't know they'd start without me.
Well, now you know. Now you know that they can't start without you. It is good to have you here, Mendel, as the Governors will get a throw in here from the edge of the attacking third. This contest, though, Mendel, two teams that played way back in almost midway point of the season, but it was over a month ago, and a lot changes, even at the midway point. A lot can change between both these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, especially for Pierre when they're so young, you know, so much more experience now than for those younger players than they had at midseason. So that's a big step, I think. I think Pierre's playing better than they were at that point too. So but I'm sure Watertown's gotten better too. Lincoln was no pushover. That was a quality win for them in the first round.
This will be moving its way through, and again, you're going to hear that wind all afternoon, as it will be a throw here for Watertown in their defending third. It has been windy. Our tents pretty much deciding to not work for us here this afternoon. So go right back to Watertown. We're going to do our best that we can. Have recruited my wife to help keep the tent up as long as possible this afternoon. Lexi Hilmer up ahead. Here the Governors looking for the attack as it will go down and out of bounds for a throw here for Watertown.
Yeah, the wind's going to play a factor in this game for sure. You know, Pierre with the wind in the first half, you definitely want to take advantage of that. You can already see how hard it is for a defensive team to clear the ball into the wind.
And it feels like the wind's even blowing this way at us, but when you look at those the American flag out there, it is going the way for the Governors right now, blowing from right to left across the field.
Yeah, I think it's mostly out of the south. There is a little bit of a in-our-face portion of it here, and as you said, swirling a little bit, but it's strong enough that it's going to affect the game.
So here is at midfield. Again, the Governors have really owned the possession time in the first near 4.5 minutes. Watertown's had a couple throws, but nothing of any kind of substance of looking to try and attack, as they have it near midfield do the arrows, as it is going to be Maya York that will push it back, and Zoe Bauer is able to get a foot to it. Now the Watertown Arrows again will get a throw. Well, if we can have it like this the rest of the afternoon, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, it just goes down right now. We'll take that.
We would like that to be the case for the rest of this afternoon. I don't think we're going to get that lucky. But the Governors with the throw on the edge of the attacking third. It only lasted about 10 seconds. Over on the far side, Governors, Flotmeyer. Her pass goes back out for Yost. They'll try and reverse here to the near side, but instead it's going to go down the other end. And a long run, Caitlin Taylor will chase it down. And the pass will go far side up for Zoe Bauer, and a good job of Bauer to take the ball away from one of the Watertown Arrows. And now up ahead for Flotmeyer, but she is offside. And that is our first offside call of the afternoon.
Yeah, I think Watertown's strategy here is going to be to try to counterattack quickly. So Pierre has to be ready for that. Make sure that their outside defenders are getting back and not getting too far forward and caught and trapped.
Well, and especially with the way that wind is, that ball's going to carry a lot farther. So if you can at least maybe win a race or get the Governors offside, it'll make it a lot harder to go track down a ball. Zoe Bauer up on that far side, near midfield, turn back over to Watertown. And the Arrows will look to have an opportunity to possess it, but Lexi Hilmer will take it back and then send it out of bounds. And should have our first sub, and we will. Claire Schockenmeyer will check in for the Arrows. With 33:40 to go here in the first half. Olivia Detman will take a seat. Aubrey Fisher will check in shortly. She won't be able to check in until the next time that the Governors will get a throw. This will go right back out of play, so Watertown will throw it in. The Arrows, again, they had 10 shots on target against the Governors back on September 2nd, as Sophia Gallardo and Katie Fisher both scored for the Arrows. Lexi Hilmer scored all 3 goals, and there will be a foul called just outside the box on that far side of the field. That's a big first foul that is called from either side, but it gives a really good set piece here for the Watertown Arrows.
Yeah, definitely close enough to be dangerous here. It will be interesting to see if Watertown can get anybody to the back post and threaten the goal.
Looks like York will be the one to take the free kick.
Zoe 7, double, Zoe double.
With 32:30 to go here in the first half. And on the free kick, it'll go beyond everybody, roll all the way to the corner, and it does go out. Chloe Landmark was chasing after it, and so it will be now Fisher that will check in with 32:10 to go here in the first half. Just about 8 minutes gone by in this first half between the Governors and the Watertown Arrows. Flotmeyer will take a seat. As Emlyn Swanson will kick this one away here to the near side. It does be knocked down by Landmark. And up in the air, hit over the head. Nice play there from Fravel. And then it will end up being out of play, and the Governors will get the throw, as it will be thrown in by Demers here for Fravel, and then Landmark takes back over for Watertown. Her through ball, another potential through ball, and a good defensive play from Josephine Wirtz. Landmark trying to touch it back along, and Jasmine Yost intercepted it. Here at the sideline, she's able to keep it in play. Fisher trying to fight off of a bump from Berkeley Fliggy. And that pass, looking to send one through for Bauer, ends up being taken here for Watertown. And at the midfield, the Governors will get it back. Lexi Hilmer trying to lead one again for Bauer. She will get to it. Bauer's quick down that far side of the field. And with 2 defenders around her, she's able to eventually ends up going out of bounds off of Bauer. She tried to move things around those 2 defenders, but Watertown will get the throw.
Yeah, once that second defender comes up, it makes it really tough. She almost got by him, though.
Josephine Wirtz will hold it for a moment, and now long pass goes up. Caitlin Taylor will send it back across, using a little bit of help from the wind. And then it looks like maybe advantage was given for Watertown to continue, as they now have it up ahead. Here comes an opportunity for Canis. The shot off the goalpost, and it will be off of Swanson, off the goalpost. That would be a save for Emlyn Swanson. That's a huge, just got a fingertip on it. And then the ball will make its way back out of the attacking third from Watertown and sent all the way down by Jasmine Yost. It'll roll its way over to the goalkeeper at Enstad. And a really good first shot, but a really great save there from Swanson.
Yeah, really tough save there. A lot on that shot. That was a really quality attempt by Watertown, and just attacking the middle and then getting the ball wide, kind of out, taking advantage of the defenders being forward.
This ball will come in looking for Fisher, but it was blocked away by Watertown, and the Arrows will move it back towards midfield, and it will be grabbed by Gallardo. Ball's knocked down. Lexi Hilmer will pick it back up. She's trying to power her way through, but Gallardo has it another time, and she'll send one up, and it will be a race to the ball, and it will be Caitlin Taylor that will give way for Swanson, that will boot it all the way back down the field, using the wind to their advantage right now, the Governors. It's easy to get rid of the defensive pressure with the way the wind is right now, and Watertown will just put it out of bounds. It'll be a throw here for the Governors. But that defensive pressure, if all you got to do is just get it up in the air and let the wind do the rest.
Yeah, exactly. And again, that's the advantage. You can clear the ball so much easier with the wind than you can when you're trying to fight it.
Here on that far side, it will be taken here again by Watertown, as it is from Schockenmeyer, but she lost the ball back to Fravel. And Fravel's pass for Yost was intercepted and back across midfield. 28:35 to go here in the first half. We've got subs checking in. No score. The American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. Brooklyn Randall will check in for Watertown. Miley Candace, who had that opportunity on that first shot and the only shot from Watertown right now, she'll take a breather. Winner will take on Harrisburg and Yankton. They were getting underway at 1 o'clock this afternoon as well. Try and get you score updates as well. Another sub, Bo Menninger will check in. And Schockenmeyer will head back to the bench. Next opportunity, Natalie Flottmeyer will get back in for the Governors. 27:50 remaining here in the first half. If Yankton wins, Pierre would host if they win. Watertown knows they're on the road no matter what. But if Pierre wins and Yankton wins, they will host Tuesday. If Harrisburg wins and Pierre wins, they will travel to Harrisburg on Tuesday. This will be a throw here for the Governors, and Flottmeyer will get back into the game. Obviously, all those times will be to be determined. We'll wait until after games are concluded before we have a start time. But we'll have that game on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports if the Governors pick up the win and get to the semifinals, take on either Harrisburg or Yankton. Hopefully a little less wind.
Yeah.
This will be sent through for Watertown, trying to find opportunity for a shot, and then cleared away by the Governors.
Corner.
It will be the first corner of the ball game, and it's coming for Watertown. So the first corner here for the Arrows, with 26:45 remaining in the first half. And we'll see again with the way the wind is, what Watertown can do on the set piece. This will come in, top of the box. It's free, a shot, they score. Watertown will take the 1-0 lead as a shot, I believe, went in from a Landmark.
Yeah, it was number 12.
Yeah, Chloe Landmark does get the goal scored with 26:33 remaining, and Watertown will open up the scoring here this afternoon.
Yeah, a huge goal there. A good set piece. The ball landed in the box, though, and if you're Pierre, you just got to make sure you get that ahead on it or get that out of there. It can't touch the ground in the box. It did, and Watertown had a player there to take advantage of it.
So now the Governors, they're not unfamiliar to this spot. They were down 1-0 against Mitchell on Tuesday and came back and won 5-1.
Just about the same time, too, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Almost the exact same time. So it is a 1-0 lead for Watertown. They've got 2 shots. Both of them have been on target. And they end up with a 1-0 lead right now. Here's another through ball. Josephine Wirtz will send it back across. But it's going to be Medinger that will have it here for Watertown. Up ahead for Fisher. Ball will get into the box and then cleared away by the Governors. And Watertown feels pretty confident right now what they've done so far with their pressure. They feel like they can maybe strike again here early on in this first half.
Well, it's a huge goal, a momentum goal. I'm sure the coaches said, hey, let's survive the first half and we'll make our hay in the second half. And then to get a goal into the win like that is critical and definitely has them feeling good.
There's a shot that will go well high and out. That one came from Berkeley Fliggy, and it's out for a goal kick, as Emlyn Swanson will take the goal kick, but we get a sub as Lauren Tesh will check in for Katie Fisher. So Swanson will have it right at the center of the goal, move it to the right side, set the ball down, and Governors won't use the win right now, but they're pretty set on having a short goal kick. This will be taken away by Watertown at midfield. Now another long pass, trying to race down, but Josephine Wirtz is there and will send it back out of play. And again, Watertown's got the confidence in the offense rolling right now with that 1-0 lead with 24:50 to go in the first half.
Yeah, you're seeing Watertown do kind of what they did against Lincoln. They're counterattacking really quickly and effectively and getting people forward. And if they have 3 people forward, it's threatening from all the angles.
Here's a shot on that will go wide. That one came, I believe, from Menninger as well, and it will end up being out of play. And we'll get another goal kick from Swanson. Swanson will kick it here to the near side. That's going to be turned over immediately. Landmark, who's at the goal, centers one. Ball will come out of the top of the box, then off the side of the foot from Brooklyn Randall, and that one missed by several feet.
Yeah, spinning ball there after the clearance attempt. And but as you said, Watertown's playing confidently. They were ready to jump on any loose ball.
This will be sent into the top of the box. Governors will get a piece of it. Lexi Hilmer trying to put it away. And there will be a shot on and a diving save by Swanson. It quickly went to Menninger, and Swanson was able to make a diving save to keep this from going to a 2-0 ball game.
Big save there by Swanson. That was a tough save. It was a low, hard shot. She got out there and controlled it, didn't give up a rebound.
Van Rokel, this will be a throw here for the Governors, and she'll quickly throw it in, but it went too far away, and Landmark will pick it back up. And 6 shots now here in the first half for Watertown, and 3 have been on target, 1 being a goal, as Watertown now will center one over, and that one will be kicked away, and it will be a goal kick, as it was Randall again that went off the side of the foot and out.
Got somebody down for Watertown. I think it was number 5.
I don't think they've stopped the clock yet. Now they will, so at 23:05 to go, that would be Sophia Gallardo, the one that is down. I believe the clock should be stopped. They will. Gallardo's just was picked up and walked off the. And she'll get put on the golf cart. Casey Michelson makes her way over there. And I believe they're going to put some time back on. It's got 22:51 right now. They'll put it to 23:10. So we will put that back to 23:10 as well. And hopefully for Gallardo, she can come back into this soccer game before the end of the
Yeah,
it's end of the season. You never want to see anybody go down with a game length injury and not knowing if they're going to be able to play again this season.
She has a huge knee brace on that right leg and was definitely favoring the right leg. Hopefully it's just something that just kind of didn't feel right or was uncomfortable and not any real damage.
Governors give the ball away back again here to Watertown. Here's a long shot just over the top of the crossbar from Maya York. Another shot. That's 8 shots now here in the first half. And again, only 3 have been on target, but the biggest one that went on target was a goal from Chloe Landmark. Governors have just 1 shot, didn't hit the target. Save was made by the goalkeeper Enstad. But Watertown's been controlling this game right now with the win at their backs or against them right now. So that's something to kind of keep paying attention to, that the Governors will maybe want to be able to have the win against them and be able to create the offense like Watertown's doing right now in the second half.
Watertown's doing a really good job of getting people forward again, counterattacking, getting people at all levels.
Here's Jasmine Yost at midfield. We will have our first foul against the Watertown Arrows. Lauren Tesh is the one that gets called for the foul. She is slow to get up. And will eventually make her way to her feet. That's the first foul against Watertown here this afternoon.
Yeah, and if we recall back to the Mitchell game, first round of the playoffs, you know, they lost one of their better players in the second half. They really didn't respond well to that. So it'll be interesting to see here how Watertown responds to an injury to one of their better players.
As the free kick ended up going over the top of everybody and bouncing out of play. As we get a sub, Katie Fisher will check back in, and she'll spell Maya York. As we're nearing the halfway point of this first half, and a 1-0 lead here for the Watertown Arrows, and the goal from Chloe Landmark. This will come out towards midfield. Brooklyn Randall has it here for the Arrows. At far side, trying to get to the far side. As Sophia Brueggemann will send it across, it will go out of play. It'll be a throw here for the Arrows. Again, Pierre was down in the first half against Mitchell, came back and scored the final 5 goals, 4 in that second half to win it 5-1. So it's the second time they've trailed in the playoffs, and they stayed true to their game in that first half to get the game tied, and then just outright dominated Mitchell in the final 40 minutes. As this will go out of play off the foot of Allison Demers. It'll be a throw here for Watertown. And the Arrows are trying to be like a team we've seen in several different years. You know, sometimes they've been against the Pierre Governors. This will be a foul committed against Watertown, and Tesh, her second foul against her. But we've seen double-digit seeds make runs towards the state semifinals and state championships. That it's, you know, unlike other sports where you kind of feel like those lower seeds probably end up losing the first round. It's not the same here for especially for girls soccer.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of like hockey, you get a good goalie or defending team that just doesn't give up many chances, and the bounce of the puck, bounce of the ball gets you a goal, and all of a sudden you're advancing.
Jasmine Yost moves in the attacking third. Good through ball up ahead for Van Rokel. She's trying to chase it down on the sideline. She does stay in play. Tries to center one, and it'll be cleared, not all the way clear. Lexi Hilmer, and it will be, we had a whistle, and it was an offside call against the Governors. Aubrey Fisher will check in for the Govs. Also got Olivia Detman, and for the first time, Ariana Snyder, that will check in. Second time the Governors have been called offside.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure when that happened because it looked like Van Rokel was onside for the whole way, and then her first pass was almost on the baseline, so I'm not sure exactly how that played out. Yeah.
This will be a foul against Jasmine Yost. Second one against the Governors as they're just outside the defending third here for Watertown. As
Jasmine being physical there, just a little push in the back that can't really extend your arms, and she got caught.
Sophia Gallardo trying to maybe work out whatever is ailing that leg. She's been hobbling around behind the bench right now. 18:30 remaining here in the first half, and a 1-0 lead for the Watertown Arrows. This will go out of play. This will be a throw, and we'll have subs check in. Katie Hostler will check in for the Pierre Governors. We've got Schockenmeyer back in for Watertown, and York also back in for the Arrows. Jasmine Yost will take a breather here with 18 minutes and change to go in the first half. I believe they've got, okay, we did see the first one. I was thinking that they didn't have the second girl. That was only the first girl coming off for Watertown, but they did get both their subs off the field. That was a throw from the side of the box, pushed in, but then Caitlin Taylor will push it back out. It's still near the sideline and does go out for another throw here for Watertown. Down near the baseline for that ball that come back out towards midfield. Flotmeyer, she's 1-on-4 right now, but she does have the ball for the Governors, and she will send one up for Van Rokel, who will pick up some speed as she's got it, trying to move down the near sideline. Pass will come back out for number 16 and Demers. Taylor back to Demers. Now here for Van Rokel, right on the end line, and it will roll its way out. And it'll be a throw here for Watertown with 17:10 to go in the first half. This will be settled down by York. Pass will come back up, and Lexi Hilmer intercepts it for the Governors. And Hilmer will send one through. She slides down to the grass. Flotmeyer will pick it up. Her shot will go wide. And just the second shot of this half for the Governors. Misses target, and it'll be a goal kick here for Watertown.
Yeah, good look there for Flotmeyer. She got a lot on it as she's coming left to right across and just wide, but good shot.
16:35 remaining here in the first half. And pass will go over to the far side. Bouncing ball almost at the corner of the box was picked up by the Governors for an opportunity for a shot. As this will be now Josephine Wirtz, and we get a
dangerous kick.
And so it'll be a free kick here for Watertown.
Ball was head high, and the Watertown player was going to head it, and then Josephine played it with her foot.
So it allows right at midfield, and looked like it would be a goal scored by the Governors with Watertown getting the ball, but it will be a free kick here for Watertown. As it'll be Blank that will take it. Long bouncing shot that will be grabbed by Swanson wide of the net. And then the Governors waste no time to go on the attack as Devin Van Rokel already has it at midfield. Sends one up ahead for Flotmeyer. That is an onside play. Flotmeyer to the side of the box. Now trying to get to the corner. Sends it back over for Van Rokel, but Watertown will send it back out. We'll get a throw and a sub as Zoe Bauer will check in, and we'll give a break to Aubrey Fisher. It'll be Demers that will inbound and will throw it in for the Governors with 15:20 to go here in the first half. Fravel will pass it back for Demers, but it was intercepted first by Fisher, and then she'll send it down the field as Candace will chase after it. She was trying to cross it, and it will be eventually pushed out of play by Josephine Wirtz, and it will be a throw here for Watertown again. This ball will find its way back to Wirtz. She'll move it up. Tapped over the head by Fravel to Flotmeyer, and then sent it too far for Van Rokel. And it'll be a throw again here for Watertown. Sydney Stanton throws it in as York will get it back to Stanton. And now up ahead for Blank, over for Blank. They go back across midfield. That's Ariana Snyder that had it, but then lost it back to the Governors. And it will be the Arrows, and a long hit up by Blank, and Wirtz will send it out towards the sideline, but it will be still grabbed by Watertown. 14:10 remaining here in the first half. This ball will come in. Swanson got a foot on it, didn't now allow a shot. Ball is still free for Watertown. We do have a Watertown arrow down as Swanson will pick it up, and we will get a whistle, and then we'll also stop play with 13:55 to go. And Casey Michelson, the second time that she's got to go out on the field right now, with about 14 minutes remaining to go here in the first half. Another injury, and I didn't see the number. They will get the subs to go in, which that will be Medinger that will check in for the injured Watertown Arrow, and Jasmine Yost is in for Katie Hostler. Chance to get a little bit of a break for this Governor team. Both teams will huddle up right now. There's no timeouts other than maybe a heat timeout. Obviously, that's not happening today. So this is as good of a chance for the Governors to have somewhat of a timeout, at least team-wise, on the field. And hopefully that the Watertown Arrow will be able to come back. I believe that might be Candace that was the one that went down with the injury.
Yeah, Swanson came out to play the ball, and I think as her follow-through off of playing the ball with her foot, I think she just got her in the shin. She'll probably be back. I don't think Gallardo looks like she put ice on her knee, so she's probably not coming back for Watertown today.
And that's a tough break for the Arrows to lose one of their best players. And you hope that, for Candace that she'd be able to come back as well. It is Miley Candace that was injured. 13:55 remaining here in the first half. Swanson will just grab the ball after it was dropped by the referee. And so they can get themselves started here for the Governors. And it will go out towards midfield. It will roll its way out of play after it went off the Governors. Megan Clay had a piece of it. Now we get a quick throw, but it will have a sub. And Sophia Wishart will check in. First time that she's been in the ball game. Olivia Detman will take a seat. 13-15 to go. And again, if the Governors, they got the ball game tied on Tuesday within the last 10 minutes of the first half. So I wouldn't say that the longer it's been 1-0, that it's not much different than Tuesday's game, other than obviously the opponent, as we'll have a sub, as it will be Berkeley Fliggy that will check in, along with also Chloe Landmark back into the game.
Yeah, exactly. It's the only thing, Watertown sure seems to be more offensive-minded than Mitchell was. Mitchell was just going to pack it in and try to keep the score close. Watertown is really attacked after about the first 6 or 7 minutes. They've been on the attack pretty consistently.
And it's shown in the stats as well, just 2 shots for the Pierre Governors so far. They've not been able to sustain any offense. And Mendel, when we first started this game, but here's a chance for Watertown. That potential shot was blocked by Pierre. It'll come out. There's be a foul committed against Watertown. That'll be their 3rd foul. When we started this game, it felt like this was going to be the opportunity. This first half was going to be where the teams, or I guess the first half for Pierre and the second half for Watertown was going to be where the Governors were going to be, or both teams are going to be able to get their most offense going with the wind.
Yeah, exactly. But, honestly, I don't think the wind is, as much as it's whipping and we hear it and the flags are straight out, it seems like it's not helping Emmeline Swanson on her goal kicks a lot, and Watertown has had very little trouble getting the ball on their goal kicks. So not exactly sure how to explain that, other than maybe it's more cross than we believe, or it looks like.
Flatmeyer will come out. Just a little bit of she'll be checked on Casey Michelson. And I don't know if the clock had stopped. I believe the clock was still rolling. I think they did stop the clock. Yep, they did. So we'll have to try and get back in sync with how much time is left. I got 11:30 to go here in the first half.
12.
Right at 12? All right, so we'll try and maybe get back near that spot around 11:45. We'll say after it was right at 12 minutes. So we still got under 12 minutes to go, around 11 and a half minutes remaining in this first half.
And folks, this is where John does play-by-play and counts down 30 seconds until he starts the clock.
I didn't do that. you would have probably heard me go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Here is the Governors, Zoe Bauer on that far side. And she will be pushed off the ball. They will allow play to continue. No foul committed by the Arrows. The Governors at the edge of the attacking third had it for a moment, and now it'll be back the other way to midfield, and Watertown 2-on-3 looking for an attack, but Josephine Wirtz is right there. One of the Watertown Arrows slipped. The ball went off of her, and the Governors will grab it again, and Caitlin Taylor will move it up. Her pass up ahead for Fisher, trying to get to Van Rokel. Now the ball will come back to Van Rokel again, and she can't get a shot away, just a bit too far away from Devin Van Rokel after a great pass from Fisher. And maybe that wind picked up that ball speed just a little bit enough, as Hilmer now at the side of the box, 2 defenders around her. She gets free, and then the ball will go out off of Watertown, and you will see our first corner of the contest for the Pierre Governors.
Really good work there by Hilmer to create that corner. She took on 3 defenders and was able to get it down to where they only had the only option they had was to kick it out.
So it will be Hilmer that will take the corner with around 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Big opportunity here for the Governors to try and tie this game up as we get near the end of the first half. This will be out to the corner of the box and out of play, or corner of the near back post, and it does go out for a goal kick as we get more subs here from Watertown.
Yeah, Fravel on the other end there did get her head on it, but just didn't have enough of the ball to redirect it in the right direction.
Now, I'm sure for Watertown, this is not a strategy of any kind as it stands right now, but they do sub a lot. And when you get into the second half, and eventually the clock would stop if you're subbing at a certain time, but as long as the Arrows are in the lead, every sub takes a little bit more time off the clock, and it can be in the favor of the lower seed.
Yeah, exactly. And also, you know, in this first half where they're maybe fighting the wind a little bit, it's helping them to shorten the first half as well.
Taylor will give it back to Van Rokel on their side of the field. Here on the near side, Demers had the ball knocked away from her. Pass will go back to Taylor from Demers, moves it up for Fisher. Bouncing off the shoulder, staying with it was York. And Watertown will have to pass it back, and they have moved the ball well, although Hilmer will move in and intercept a pass. And Hilmer on that far side with 8:50 to go. She's looking for a cross. We'll send it to the back post. Off of a couple players. The ball is still loose. There's a shot, and it will find the back of the net. It is, I believe it was Fisher, Fravel that scored to make it a 1-1 tie with 8:42 to go. Massive humanity in front, and Maya Fravel ties it up, and we are all back to square one. Fravel gets the goal. And we're tied at 1 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Talk about, again, we want to talk about how things are the same. Fravel had the tying goal in the first half against Mitchell.
Right.
Around this same time again. As there is just a little over 9 minutes, I believe, or a little under 9 minutes remaining here in the first half. In a 1-1 tie, American Family Insurance, Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Natalie Flottmeyer, who's back into the game, trying to take the ball away from Fliggy. Taylor here to the nearest side for Van Rokel. That bounced off a Watertown arrow. Now Van Rokel will pick up some speed and will send it across at midfield. Lexi Hilmer will grab it, and she'll move it up for Yost. And the Governor offense, all of a sudden, feeling a little bit more confident right now. Jasmine Yost will send it into the box. Flottmeyer will turn, gets free, the shot, she scores! Natalie Flottmeyer makes it 2-1. And the Governors are on top for the first time in the ball game. Confidence, see the ball go in the back of the net once, all of a sudden things completely change for you.
Yeah, absolutely, and a huge goal for Pierre there. Again, we've been talking about the wind the whole first half. You get that lead goal with the wind, and they definitely had some confidence after that first goal. So a big goal there, and a really nice play from Flottmeyer. Gathered the ball, took her time, and got away from her defender who was marking her and got an open shot.
2 goals in a minute here for the Governors as they take a 2-1 lead now on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Still 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Governors leading by 1. Goals from Fravel and Flottmeyer. As the ball will make its way here for Caitlin, make that for Demers, and it will go out of play as they're trying to get it to Devin Van Rokel. After a goal in the first 12 minutes from Watertown, there's a shot. That one, is it going to count? They're going to talk. Did it go in? They will talk. The referees will talk. There's a long shot. The wind held it up. Swanson was able to pin it against the post.
And I'll be honest, the assistant ref on this sideline was not on the goal line when the ball was being played on the goal line. So she did not have a very good angle, and I don't think she saw it in. I don't think she knows what to call right now, and she's talking with the head ref. But I looked down there after the play, and she was still running to the goal line.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, just like in hockey, is soccer, the entire ball has to go across the white line that is there. And obviously, without a VAR to see that, it's a judgment call on the officials to say what it was. If the ball was pinned to the crossbar, it could not have gone all the way across the goal. And there will be no goal. They will not have the goal count. And like I said, with her having the ball pinned against the crossbar, it's hard to, that would indicate that the ball didn't go all the way across the goal line to get in.
Right, it wasn't then. After it came off of the crossbar, it rolled down her body, and that would have been the time if it crossed. That would have been when it crossed, because she definitely pinned it against the crossbar. But yeah, again, a really tough call both ways. One team's going to be really upset no matter how that goes.
And really, I mean, again, without VAR and having a camera right on top of the goal, right on the side of the goal, you're never really going to be able to tell if it went in or not. Obviously, the biasness of both teams would say it went in or it didn't go in, but I think from where everybody was at, I think that's the right call overall. Here's a foul committed by the Governors, so it'll be a free kick for Watertown.
I think it's one of those things where if you didn't see it obviously in, you have to call it not in, and that's the way you have to go. And in that case, there was just no way that anybody could see it in.
And the same would be said if they had called it a goal and then they were talking about it without really seeing it. I think they would have had to, whatever call was made at first, and it was not immediately called a goal, that it had to stay where it's at. But here's a free kick, dangerous spot. This will go over the top of the crossbar, and that one will miss as the Governors have found themselves up 2-1. They have got 6.5 minutes to go before the wind will be against them in the second half. But Pierre is leading 2-1 in the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. Jasmine Yost here for Devin Van Rokel. That pass will move over and it will be intercepted by Watertown. And that pass goes up here for Taylor. Her pass is intercepted. And then a cross will come in and Swanson will easily grab that one and will limit the pressure from Watertown. Throw-in will come, or throw from Swanson. That's going to be intercepted by Schockenmeyer. Her cross will come in. There's a shot, and Swanson's right there. It was touched by Mettinger, and somehow Swanson was able to be, well, not even somehow, she was just in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, and that was a tough save. She's moving right to left across the goal box and able to reach back to her right to collect the ball. So a huge save there again. She's made some good ones today.
This will be a foul committed against the Arrows, so a free kick here for the Governors with 5.5 minutes remaining. And Watertown's got to really feel a little frustrated offensively right now. They've had a couple of good looks. One they thought maybe they'd scored on. Lexi Hilmer moves to the top of the box. Fravel will pick it up. Fravel's looking for an opportunity to try and shoot. There's a whole bunch of Watertown Arrows in front of her. And then into the box for Yost, trying to center one. Bouncing ball that will end up going off of Watertown for a corner here for the Governors. And we'll get subs to check in. Aubrey Fisher will be in. There's 4 different Arrows that will check into the game. Second corner here for the Governors. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Watertown's definitely shuttling players in. They're trying to stay fresh. Lots of players playing for them.
Of course, 2 injuries. We have not seen Candace check back in yet. Lexi Hilmer is going to take a seat, so it'll be Natalie Flotmeyer that will take the corner from that far side. Trying to make this a 3-1 game. This will be a long shot that will go over the top of the crossbar as well. Again, the wind not helping out on that particular opportunity here for the Governors. It'll be a goal kick here for Watertown. Governors are being outshot 11-4, but Pierre does have a 2-1 lead. This will be a bouncing ball off of the header. It will start to fall to the ground, and Jasmine Yost will pick it up. And Yost will move away, and then she was tripped, and that will be a yellow card coming up against Fisher. Katie Fisher will get carded on the trip of Jasmine Yost with 3:52 to go here in the first half.
Obvious foul there. Looks like Watertown is another player with a bloody nose, so they're going to have to make a couple subs here.
Fisher does have to come out. Mettinger has to come out with the bloody nose. So with 3:52 to go, the clock is stopped. We had more stoppages in this first half than we did the entire game on Tuesday. Other than the 6 goals that were scored, we've had more stoppages already in this first half than we did last Tuesday. At least clock stoppages. This will be a free kick from just outside the attacking third for the Governors, moving from right to left. Clock is resumed. Yost will take the free kick. It'll move in. It'll be off the chest. There's a shot. They score again. A rebound goal for Flatmeyer makes it a 3-1 advantage, and the Governors are up by 2. Yost took the shot. There's how the win is a huge factor for the Governors and a benefactor for the Governors.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, with the wind, that's a dangerous play. The keeper comes out. It hits her in the hands, in the chest, but she kind of loses her footing, and because of that, she can't control the ball and rolls right to Flatmeyer.
So a 3-1 lead here for Pierre. Lexi Hilmer will check back in. Fisher will take a seat. And you might have heard Coach Kiera Swenson say, finish the half. Might have been Coach Berg as well. You got to be able to finish the half right now. You got a 2-goal lead, and all the momentum is on your side. But 1 goal for Watertown changes the complexity of this game pretty quick. Jasmine Yost, and it's not to be too defensive for the Governors. Maybe Pierce smells a little bit more blood right now, and chance to maybe go up by 3 before the end of the first half. Van Rokel, her pass for Flatmeyer. We'll move it up here for Lexi Hilmer. Hilmer will fall down on top of the ball, get back up, still with it at the top of the box, and eventually grabbed by Watertown, and they will get out towards midfield. And Sophia Brueggemann, who has been quiet later in this first half because the Governors have been on the offense. She got it for Flatmeyer and then sent it too far for Hilmer, and they let it go all the way to the goalkeeper in Enstad, who maybe wasn't ready for that to come her way. Just 2 saves so far for Enstad, one being right before the goal was scored by Flatmeyer. This will be a handball against Pierre and a free kick with about 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. 3-1 our score, the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. This will be kicked away by Yost, but it will go in favor of Watertown down to the far side. Trying to split through 2 defenders with Schackenmeyer, and it will eventually roll its way out, and it will be a goal kick for the Governors. Just about 2 minutes to go, and again, Mendel, this is an opportunity for the Governors to close out. They have to close out well in these last 2 minutes. If you're Watertown, how much do you press to try and get a goal back right now?
Well, I think, it depends on what their strategy was. If they were taking a win because they felt really confident, then they probably think, well, if Pierce scored 3 with the win, we can score 3 with the win. But by the same token, they've had a lot of offensive pressure in this first half. I think you can try and continue to do that.
So we Bauer for Jasmine Yost with about 90 seconds remaining here in the first half. This will be a foul committed against the Governors, their 4th foul, and it's with just under 90 seconds remaining, 1:25 to go. Pierre will have Watertown will have a free kick. They're trying to get back within 1. As the Arrows get the free kick, it'll get to the top of the box. Swanson's able to grab the ball without any further opportunity from the Arrows. And now there's just 60 seconds to go in this first half. Which, by the way, Mendel, a great crowd here in support of the Pierre Governors on this Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, tremendous crowd today.
It is fantastic to see the support from the Pierre faithful. Had a tailgate beforehand, and all those stuck around and then some showed up to support the Pierre Governors here as we approach halftime with 35 seconds to go. This will be a pass that's going to be blocked by Taylor. Maybe it was a through ball, maybe it was a shot, maybe one last rush here for the Governors. Van Rokel trying to set it up for Hilmer. She'll settle it down. Hilmer trying to split through the 2 defenders. Watertown will send it out, and with 20 seconds to go, the Governors have time to still try and get one more shot, but have to move fairly quick. Down to 12 seconds to go. Van Rokel trying to find a way. That's going to go out, and they've got to go really quick here. There's only 5 seconds for an opportunity for a corner. Can they get the last corner? Comes in, sliding forward is the goalkeeper in Enstad, and that is a wild way to end the first half. Enstad slid forward. It almost squeaked out between her legs and almost right in front of the open net. But it is halftime here at the Pilk Fields, and a 3-1 lead for the Pierre Governors, as it was Fravel and then twice from Flotmeyer to get a 3-1 advantage at the end of the first 40 minutes. We'll step aside. We'll come back with halftime stats. You're listening to Pierre Governor Soccer on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Back in 3 minutes.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre is a proud supporter of Pierre Governor Sports. Bring your crew to the ranch. We have hot buffet options, including legendary pizza, the country's best chicken, savory sides, nutritious salads, and delicious desserts. Perched right on the river, our Fort Pierre Pizza Ranch is only minutes from the South Dakota State Capitol building and right down the road from where the Pierre Governors play. The Pizza Ranch in Fort Pierre. Go Gals! Larry Fry Heating and Cooling has a new name. Kruger Climate Systems has acquired Larry Fry Heating and Cooling, but it's still the same great service. Your friend Larry Fry is still a manager, and his dedication to providing you with outstanding service remains unwavering. The same quality products and services you have come to expect from Larry Fry Heating and Cooling will continue under the new leadership of Kruger Climate Systems. You can still reach us at 605-224-9548 or email us at ryan@krugercontracting.com. Kruger Climate Systems, your certified Trane and Mitsubishi dealer in Central South Dakota.
As a family grows, so does its financial needs. There are doctors and dentists, optometrists, lessons, braces, groceries, and more groceries. Then, of course, there's cars, college, and weddings to pay for. First Fidelity Bank is here to make the financial side of growing a family a little easier. First Fidelity Bank. First-class banking on a first-name basis. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Online at ffb-sd.com.
As we welcome you back, it is halftime, and the Pierre Governors have a 3-1 lead on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. John Winkler alongside Mendel Miller. Two scores to tell you, both from girls soccer. Stevens will add a 2-0 win over Aberdeen Central earlier today. Harrisburg and Yankton are at halftime, 0-0 between those two teams. Yankton 40 minutes away from trying to maybe get an upset, and it might be PKs for Yankton to try, because Harrisburg doesn't give up many goals, so it might have to end up being PKs to try and win. But that's if Pierre wins and Yankton wins, the Governors will host the Gazelles on Tuesday in the state semifinal. If it would be Harrisburg that wins, they will host whoever wins this game, which the Governors have a 3-1 lead. John Winkler alongside Mendel Miller right now. It was a 1-0 lead for Chloe Landmark in Watertown as she got the first goal of the ball game about 14 minutes in to that first half. Then the Governors scored 2 goals in a minute, and with about under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Maya Fravel, then Natalie Flotmeyer, then off of a free kick. It was Jasmine Yost that took it, put it right on target. It was not caught cleanly by Enstad, and Flotmeyer cleaned with the rebound, made it 3-1. And Mendel, again, second time that Pierre has started a game down, or has been down in their playoff game, have not panicked, the offense has continued. They got outshot in the first half, but they didn't panic, and they find a way to get 3 goals and have really put the pressure on Watertown in the final 40 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a good response again by Pierre, similar to Tuesday, and they've been down a few times this year, and it hasn't affected them. They've kept playing, and even been down late, they kept playing. So that experience, that confidence carries over.
Yeah, and so for Emlyn Swanson, she's got 4 saves right now. They were outshot 11-6, and it felt like this was, Mendel, the half for the Governors to score as many goals, because the wind was with them at the first 15, 20 minutes. It was kind of the other way around. Watertown was the one that was getting the attack. Watertown was the one that was having the more attacks, and then all of a sudden that wind was in favor of the Governors. They took advantage of it. They would get those 3 goals. Watertown will have that win going with them in the second half, and Pierre will. Both teams feel like they can probably dominate the second half because Pierre saw what Watertown did in the first 20 minutes, and Watertown saw what Pierre did in the final 10 minutes of being able to score those 3 goals.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that does give Pierre confidence, or should give Pierre confidence, that Watertown's able to put offensive pressure into the win, so why can't we? And I think that should make them feel pretty good. Now, you're already up 3-1. You definitely, as Watertown wants to counterattack, you have to be careful about that. You have to be smart and take your opportunities as they arise, but they should definitely be confident.
And we got just a little bit of time before our next commercial break, and we mentioned it Tuesday. You don't want to get out of your game quite yet. Pierre doesn't want to be too defensive because their game is to be offensively. Watertown has still got plenty of time to not change. They're counterattacking well, but they don't need to try and push everybody forward quite yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like I say, I think they're confident as well. They definitely had some chances. If Swanson wasn't super sharp on a couple of those saves, kind of a 50-50 almost goal later on a long kick, it's 3-3, who knows, so it's been a pretty even game, a good game back and forth, and I think both teams should feel pretty good, but of course Pierre feels a lot better.
Governors with a 3-1 lead at halftime, back in 3 minutes for the start of the second half. You're listening to Pierre Governor Soccer on KCCR. You're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Oh, shut the water off! Shut the water off! Oh, don't give me that look. I know you said to call Allied Plumbing and Heating. I read the instructions and I watched a couple of videos. I thought that I had this. Let me watch a couple more videos and I'll take care of it. Just go to your sister's. I'll have it fixed. Hello, Allied Plumbing and Heating. I need your help.
You can rely on your allies at Allied Plumbing and Heating, 605-494-2001.
When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look no further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at EnvirotechWaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff Lathrop of Pierre First United Methodist Church, and I'd like to invite you to join us in person for worship on Sunday mornings at 8:30 a.m. or 11 a.m. You can also join us on Facebook Live or on KCCR 1240 a.m. or 98.9 FM for our Sunday morning broadcast at 11 a.m. Come worship with us at First United Methodist Church, where you will find open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
River Bottom Sanitation, your locally owned waste management company serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre communities. Contact River Bottom Sanitation for your residential and commercial pickups. Now River Bottom Sanitation is your source for all your roll-off needs. River Bottom Sanitation in Pierre and Fort Pierre, Give them a call for pricing at 605-222-1120. River Bottom Sanitation. That's 605-222-1120. Sanford Health Pierre Clinic provides comprehensive and convenient care to Pierre, South Dakota and its surrounding communities. We care for all your health needs, including preventive care, pediatric health, annual checkups, chronic disease care, and more. Schedule an appointment today at 605-945-5560. Ask about our heart and health specialist. Visit this clinic on the second Tuesday of every month. Sanford Health Clinic Pierre, 605-945-5560. As we welcome you back, we are set for the second half. Pierre Governors leading 3-1 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard, as it is the Governors that will be looking to try and pick up the win and move on to the state semifinal. It is a scoreless tie between Yankton and Harrisburg, the 2-7 matchup. Again, if Harrisburg would win and the Governors win, they will travel to Harrisburg. If Yankton would get the upset and Pierre finishes the win, they will be hosting on Tuesday. As that will go out of play, and it'll be a throw here for Watertown early on in this second half. The wind is in favor of Watertown. This is where the Governors, as Mendel and I were talking about, it's not a time for Pierre to get super defensive. It's not their style of play. But Pierre's got to make sure every defensive play is secure to get the ball out of danger and keep Watertown from having too many golden opportunities. This will be out of play. Another throw here for Watertown. This will be at the top of the box. Again, the Governors are trying to release. There's a long shot. They score. Watertown upper 90 shots that will go in to make it a 3-2 game early on the first minutes, as that was scored by number 13 and Olivia Detman to make it a 3-2 game.
Yeah, that was a tough shot right in the corner, as you called it, right in the top 90. No space above or to the side. Swanson came over, didn't quite get there, so it looked like she could shut it off, but didn't quite get there, and a really tough shot. And if you drew it up at halftime for Watertown, from their perspective, that's what they wanted to do, is score quick and get the momentum.
Yeah, this is a completely different soccer game right now. Just 58 seconds in to this second half. It is now a 3-2 game. This was the final score of the first time these two teams met, but I get a feeling that 3-2 probably isn't going to be the final score of this contest. I think Pierre needs, the winning team's going to need at least 4 in this game. As Zoe Bauer in Watertown says, of course we're going to need 4 to win the game. But I think it's going to at least be 4 or 5 goals. 3-2 won't be enough, as this will be out at midfield. This will be a handball that was called against the Governors.
Now we'll get a feeling here for how much the free kicks are going to be affected by the wind. It feels like it's going down a little bit. The tent's not moving as much.
Which we will take that here just for our sake, but I think maybe the Governor's sake as well, that would be okay on their end as well. Here on the near side, right in front of us, Natalie Flotmeyer will get the ball back for the Governors. Lexi Hilmer move around to one defender, and at midfield, Hilmer will try and set it up off of the hip of Megan Clay, and out of play for a throw here for the Governors. They quickly move down the field. Zoe Bauer is the one racing after it, but it will be Watertown that grabs it first. And as they will pass it up, it's intercepted by Hilmer. She was fouled, but play continues. This will get out in front and then cleared away right in front of Fravel, and it turns into a ball on the far side for Watertown, but the Governors have it back in the attacking third. They'll send it all the way back out for Yost. And again, the wind, when they're moving the ball back for the Governors, the wind's going to be helping out Watertown to move the ball farther down the field. So Pierre's going to understand that if they move the ball away, that it's going to be a farther kick than normal, as Lexi Hilmer will get around. Hilmer, that one will be cleared away by Watertown. She got right past one of the Watertown defenders, and it turned into the equivalent of breaking a leg or breaking ankles in a basketball move.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I've noticed Watertown is really having trouble standing up. I don't know whether the cleats or just the difference in the grass. They play. Did they play their soccer games on turf this year?
They play all at the football field. So this is unfamiliar territory other than when they played the Governors back on September 2nd. Lexi Hilmer, she has it here for the Governors. This will go down the far side, and it will stay in play. Make to the near side. Megan Clay has it. That ball will bounce away. Flottmeyer will grab it here for the Governors, and the ball will stop on the end line, so it didn't go out of play. Flottmeyer is waiting for it to just go out of play for a throw-in. Ball is still being played in that tight area where Flottmeyer will grab it, taken by Detman, who has scored to make this a one-goal game, and then Flottmeyer got called for the foul.
It was like a little 4-on-4 game there in about 30 yards of turf.
So the first foul of the second half called against the Governors. Again, no score between Harrisburg and Yankton. They've already played almost 12 minutes of their second half. We'll keep things locked in and try and give you updates as necessary or as possible. This will be misplayed. Here is Detman, who just made it a one-goal game. A couple players will tumble down. There'll be a foul against the Arrows. That's their fifth foul. Both teams with 5 fouls, one in the second half for each team. We've got 28 minutes remaining in that second half between Harrisburg and Yankton, and no score. Courtesy of our friends at KYN TV, our sister station down in Yankton. As Josephine Wirtz, that'll be played back out. Bouncing ball. It'll be controlled by the Arrows. Yo stepped in front of Fisher. Hilmer put maybe a little bit of a forearm shiver into the back of Fisher, just pushed her along, and the ball will go out to the far side where it's going to be grabbed here by the Governors. At midfield here for Pierre, up by 1, 3-2 on American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Yost starts to move in. That'll be a foul committed against Watertown. That will give a free kick here for the Governors at the edge of the attacking third. A big opportunity here for the Govs. Lexi Hilmer be the one to take it. Again, the win against the Governors right now, you've seen some of the free kicks. One almost turned into a goal. Watertown would say they scored, but it was right at the top of right in the corner. And that win, while it is against you, still can be a good factor for you on the free kick.
Yeah, exactly. It can make the ball float a little bit and challenge the keeper to really follow the true trajectory.
Here's Hilmer that will take the free kick. It'll be high to the top of the box. It will go in. Lexi Hilmer on the free kick makes it 4-2. And there's where it was floating, and the goalkeeper and Enstad just could not do anything with it. And the Governors are back up by 2 on the free kick from Lexi Hilmer. They score 6 minutes later, and they're back up by 2.
Yep, back and forth for sure. Great shot there. And again, yeah, just like you called it, just kind of floated up there. The keeper couldn't really judge where she wanted to intercept the ball and was able to touch it, but it carried through her hand and into the goal.
Second free kick goal for the Governors. Jasmine Yost, the first one, it was hit off of Enstad, and then Flottmeyer claimed the rebound. But another set piece that turns into a goal. This one just coming straight off the kick from Hilmer. As the Govs have a 2-goal lead, and they're looking to get back. They're looking to go up by 3 at this point right now. As Hilmer has it the side of the box. Hilmer, her centering pass for Flottmeyer. Ball is still free for Yost, trying to settle it down. It is Yost that takes the shot, and it was off of Watertown and out, and it'll be a goal and a corner kick here for the Governors. And they have, again, after the first time they scored, they quickly scored another goal in the same minute, and they're trying to do it another time here with their fourth corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Feeling the momentum, feeling the surge of a goal and the good feelings of that creates, getting dangerous again.
And Pierre, again, can slowly take their time. Hilmer is going to be the one to take the corner from the near side. With 2 girls right now right in the front of the box. This shot will come in. This was off the arm of Enstad. Oh, it was off of the Governors and out of play. Looked like Enstad got a piece of it, but it is a goal kick here for Watertown.
Yeah, dangerous kick there. That was a good spot, and came off of the player hard, just in the wrong direction.
And it is still a scoreless tie between Harrisburg and Yankton, with around 25 minutes, under 25 minutes to go in the second half. This will be Watertown that has it here for the Arrows, down by 2, 31-35 to go here in the second half. Good move by Hilmer to get around. Hilmer looking for a shot. It was blocked, never got even to the top of into the box. And Sophia Brueggemann knocked it down. Schackemeyer will set it up, and now Arrows on the counterattack as they look to try and get in a through ball that goes too far and easily was grabbed by Emlyn Swanson. Brooklyn Randall was trying to send one forward to Mettinger, but instead it was right to Swanson. Again, maybe a wind playing a factor on that opportunity for the Arrows.
Yeah, a little strong and a little bit of a too sharp an angle on that. If she gets it more across the field, that's a really dangerous play, but Pierre will take it. Swanson, being aggressive, comes out and gets it.
This ball will be blocked by Watertown, and now the Arrows start to move in. There's a shot. Swanson is able to get a handle of that one. She blocked it up and then caught it, and Swanson makes her fifth save now of the afternoon, as that one came from Brooklyn Randall. Yost right through both Schackemeyer and Fisher, and Yost will send it across. Governors Maya Fravel will pick up with it. Her pass goes back to Yost. She settles it down. Schackemeyer around her. Yost gets knocked down. Play will continue, and it'll be sent out towards midfield. Randall has it for Watertown. This will be sent across midfield, looking to spring Mettinger, and it is Caitlin Taylor that will send it up towards us, but Zoe Bauer is there to initially have it. It'll be a throw here for the Governors, and that will be a sub that will check in. Aubrey Fisher will check in for Zoe Bauer. It's still 0-0 between Harrisburg and Yankton. Mendel, I got to think that while Harrisburg doesn't give up a whole lot of goals, 0-0 is in favor of the Yankton Gazelles right now at this point in the game.
Absolutely. And, 20 minutes, 22 minutes left in that game, and you wonder when Harrisburg starts to feel the pressure of being a very high seed and being taken to the limit.
Well, now we will get a whistle here. Jasmine Yost, is she going to get carded? She will get carded. Yost will pick up a card on a push with what was 29-25 remaining. Brooklyn Randall got up and had some words to say to Yost about the penalty called against her on that push. So it will be McKenna Blank that will take the free kick. 10 minutes gone by, 10.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Blank on the free kick. It will be wide of Swanson and well out of play, so a goal kick upcoming. And we're keeping an eye on this Harrisburg-Yankton game, as it is a 0-0 tie. Almost halfway through the second half. Stevens is already in the semifinals. They beat Aberdeen Central as the top seed. As this will be the Governors moving into the offensive end. That pass from Fisher was intercepted before it got to Hilmer, and then sent down. Randall looking to win the race to it. She gets somewhat tripped up. Mettinger picks it up. Her pass over for Schackemeyer, and a good job by Bauer. And it'll be a foul committed against the Arrows. And Zoe Bauer with a nice defensive play to get back on the ball and force the foul committed by Watertown.
Yeah, hustling all the way back. And, Zoe typically plays the wing. She's in the midfield now because of the yellow card to Jasmine. So nice play by her there.
28-10 remaining here in the second half. Governors are leading 4-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. This ball will be held by Fravel at midfield. Again, the Governors win and Yankton wins. They'll be playing here on Tuesday. If Harrisburg ends up getting the win, they will host on Tuesday. the Governors would have to travel out to Harrisburg, try and beat the Tigers to get to the state championship. Then they travel across the other end of the state to Sioux Falls on Saturday, next week Saturday. Week from today is the state championship. The Stevens Raiders, they may not have to travel anywhere. They're playing their home park for all 4 of the playoff games if they win in the semifinal on Tuesday. This ball trying to be sent through it. It goes off of Flatmeyer. And it's now Hilmer over to the far side. That'll be rolling its way out of play. And it'll be a throw here for the Governors with 27:10 to go in the second half. Boy, 19 minutes remaining in that second half for Harrisburg and Yankton. They would play 2 overtime periods of 10 minutes. As the fans yell here in Pierre, thinking there should have been a foul against Watertown. Caitlin Taylor trying to race with the ball. Then a long shot that will go over the top of the crossbar from Randall. And another missed opportunity. 14th shot of the game for Watertown to just 8 for the Governors, but Pierre has got 4 of those 8 to hit target and go into the back of the net. This will be Brueggemann moving up ahead for Fravel. Her pass for Bauer is intercepted. Schackemeyer will take it after Fliggy was the one that was able to intercept it. The ball goes out of play, and it'll be a throw here for Watertown. Thought maybe a sub was going to check in, but not quite yet. And here's Schackemeyer. It'll be off. It should be off. Yeah, but it is off of Schackemeyer. Good play again from Zoe Bauer, and it turns into a goal kick, and now we'll get a sub, as it will be Wishart that will check back in. 25:55 to go here in the second half. 4-2 lead for Pierre over Watertown. Emlyn Swanson kicked this one away. Fravel with the header. It was knocked down by Fliggy. And then it'll be here for Schackemeyer. And again, Zoe Bauer has been really good defensively, especially in the last 10 minutes here for the Governors.
Yeah, she's making sure that nothing happens on her side of the field that's dangerous.
Josephine Wirtz will settle it down. Good pass up for Hilmer. And Lexi Hilmer will lead one up ahead for Bauer. And Zoe Bauer across midfield. That will go off of Watertown. This will be a throw here for the Governors. Subs will check in here momentarily for Watertown. As it is Bauer. Back for Brueggemann. A pass trying to get up ahead. It will come back for Wirtz. Headed up in the air. And then headed down by Randall. And then this will be kicked all the way over the top of our tents and out of play for a throw for Watertown. And it'll be 3 subs checking in for the Arrows. We've had soccer balls we actually had a ball hit the camera itself before, but I don't know how many times we've actually seen the ball go right over the top of the tent, far over the top of the tent.
Yeah, we weren't in any danger on that one.
This will be Brueggemann trying to settle the ball down. Instead, it's Wirtz, and it'll be grabbed momentarily from Canis, who is back into the game after she left with a leg injury. Good to see her back out on the field. 24:10 to go here in the second half. This will be Wirtz that will send it across midfield. Trying to get across midfield, settled down by Watertown, and then the long shot that will roll its way to Swanson, and she's not going to miss that one. 6th save. That was her easiest of the 6 saves that she's had to make, as the shot came from Blank. Far side for the Governors. Flatmeyer has it. Trying to get to midfield. Move it up ahead. Good pass up ahead from Flatmeyer, but Watertown will grab the ball right back. 2-goal lead here for the Governors, still 4-2, with 23.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Lexi Hilmer up ahead for Fisher, trying to get back for Hilmer, but instead the Arrows will turn back around with it, and it's now Katie Fisher up ahead. And a long through ball that will roll into the box and easily wrapped up by Swanson with 23:10 to go.
That's one thing the wind, playing with the wind, Watertown has to struggle with a little bit, as their through balls tend to go on, and as aggressive as Swanson is coming out, she can intercept them before they get to the intended player.
Wirtz will send it back up. That one will be right off the collarbone of Zoe Bauer and goes out of play, and it'll be a throw here for the Arrows. They're down to 15 minutes to go in the second half, and still no score between Harrisburg and Yankton. And the two winners of these two games that we've talked about will meet in the semifinals. Watertown knows they will go on the road. Yankton and Pierre could host. Harrisburg knows that they would host if they win. But it's a deadlock, and Harrisburg continues on the pressure in the second half against Yankton.
I think they just scored.
Did they just score? 14:30 to go.
There's a celebration anyway.
Yeah, Harrisburg looks like maybe they've taken a 1-0 lead. It took a long time. Are they showing a replay
No, I don't
on
know.
KYNT TV? I'm not really sure what the case might be.
This is a replay.
Yeah, this will be Harrisburg. And no, I don't. Oh, they did end up calling it a goal from earlier in that sequence. As this will go out of play, and this will be a corner upcoming here for the Governors.
Yeah, it was hard to see it go in the net, but Harrisburg was celebrating.
It looks like they called it late. So Harrisburg does lead 1-0 though, with 14:30 to go, which if that score holds out, Pierre will be traveling to to Harrisburg next on Tuesday if this score holds out as well. This corner goes through, not touched by the Governors, but will eventually be grabbed here by Bergman. Now up ahead for Flottmeyer. Her centering pass, and then it was touched over the top of the crossbar. And Pierre had a really good look, and Watertown almost was down by 3. That could have been the shot to end the ball game.
Yeah, that would have sealed it up, I think. Van Roekel she was in the right spot. Great pass by Flottmeyer there. Van Roekel left foot, which she's left-footed anyway, got a lot on it, but up and over.
So here will be the arrows on the goal kick. Goes right to Zoe Bauer for the Governors. They take it right back over as we're nearing the midway point of the second half. Bauer on that far side. The near side, trying to cross it towards the far side, and will end up going out of play for a goal kick. Let's see if Yankton can find a way. It's hard to score against Harrisburg. They've lost one game all season, and that might have been the only time they actually gave up any goals during the entire season. Maya Fravel trying to move it up for Flottmeyer. This will go into the box, and will eventually be grabbed here by Engstad. When the Governors played Harrisburg back farther towards the end of the regular season, Harrisburg had not given up a goal. They were undefeated, had not given up a goal, and they still didn't give up a goal after they played the Governors. And they averaged 4 or 5 goals per game on top of it, so it's going to be a really difficult challenge. But as you know, and of course, Pierce still got 19:40 to go to finish out this win. But as it is, it should be harder to get wins the deeper you go into the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. And Yankton's showing today that the teams can play with Harrisburg. You're right. They just don't give up any chances. I mean, much less goals. They don't give up a lot of shots and a lot of chances. They're very solid defensively.
Jasmine Yost here for the Governors. Move it up ahead. Bergman. She slipped as she was trying to send one through. Ended up taking down one of the arrows accidentally with that, and then it would come back to Yost. 19 minutes to go here in the second half. Governors lead at 4-2 over the Watertown Arrows in the state quarterfinal. Winner to the state semifinal on Tuesday nights. One step away from a state championship berth. The Governors have not been to the state semifinals since 2018, and that was when they won their second of back-to-back state championships. And they would have to go to Rapid City for the state championship, which, when they were in Rapid City last, they won in the snow. Can you imagine snow, the way the temperature is right now, Mendel? I don't want to jinx anything, but hard to imagine snow in next week, Saturday, the way the temperature is right now. It's been a beautiful day other than the wind, as this will be moved up to midfield. 18:15 to go here in the second half. Watertown looking for the attack. At the edge of the attacking third, Randall will try and send one up. It will roll off of one of the Governors, so Swanson had to go play it. She'll pick it up just to make sure there was no corner given to the Arrows. And so now here, Mendel, how soon soon does Watertown need to start setting everything up and to be even more aggressive than what they are right now, down by 2?
Yeah, I think they got a while yet, probably at the 10-minute mark or so. They probably get a little more aggressive, and then obviously in 5 or 6, at the 5 or 6, then they have to send everybody and hope for the best.
Well, here's 4 subs that will check in. Again, Watertown does not ever, they sub a lot. They continue to sub quite a bit. They find ways to get different girls rotated in. And at some point, whether they have to just not get those subs in or those subs have to be very quick on and off the field, because the more they do, the more time is wasted off the clock, them down by 2.
Yeah, exactly. And they, I think that is, they've continued to sub. I think that's what they want to do.
This will be for Fisher. Left-footed shot will be over the top of the crossbar. Good look there from Fisher, but just a bit too much on it. And it will be a goal kick and more subs that will check in for both teams, as it will be Cameron Larson that will check in for the Governors, as it will be Van Rokel that will take a seat. Then Schockenmeyer's back in to spell a break for Wishart. 16:20 to go in the second half. Swanson will put the ball down to the left of the goal, far side of the field. And then the Brooklyn Randall will move in and intercept the pass that was trying to be given up ahead to the Governors. And it will be out on the far side. This Pierre team with under 16 minutes to go, trying to find a way to finish out a win and get to the state semifinal. Schockenmeyer, Yost, and this will be a foul against Schockenmeyer, who put Yost to the ground. And that'll be the 8th foul committed against Watertown. And some kind of a timeout in that Harrisburg-Yankton game.
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
And with 12 minutes to go now, we've caught back up to them. It felt like they were almost 10 minutes in front of us, game time-wise, and all of a sudden they're only about 3 minutes ahead of us. I don't know if there was an injury in that game. Here's a chance for Maya Fravel now for the Governors. Fravel moving in. Her shot. She will score, and the Governors are up by 3. With 15:09 to go, Fravel's second of the game, and that just might seal it for the Governors to get to the state semifinal.
Yeah, that should lock it up if kind of see the heads drop for Watertown there a little bit. Great play by Fravel. Good touch through the back line and breaking in by herself.
15:09 to go here in the second half. Pierre's now up by 3 goals. And have to find just enough here the next 15 minutes to play good defensive soccer and hold off the Watertown Arrows onslaught that you would expect to be coming at this point, as they're playing for their season down by 3 goals. They led 1-0 in this game. It was a 3-1 lead for the Governors before the Arrows. That was at halftime, before the Arrows scored in the first minute of the second half. But Pierre scored the last 2 goals, and they're up by 3 for the largest lead here this afternoon. This will go all the way down, and it will roll out, and it will be a goal kick here for Swanson. Again, Harrisburg up 1-0 with 10:40 to go in that second half. The way these scores are holding right now will be Harrisburg hosting the Governors in the 2-3 contest on Tuesday. Would assume that it will probably be somewhere around a 6 o'clock start, because they do play the football field, so they don't have to worry about necessarily the timing of the start. They can play at 6 or 7 o'clock, however Harrisburg would want to have it. But if the Governors hold on for the next 14 minutes, we will have the call on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Most likely from Harrisburg, but there's still 10 minutes to go, and Yankton can find a way. This will be a flag that goes up. It was out of bounds, so it'll be a throw here for the Governors. Harrisburg's goal, Mendel, obviously you and I are trying to watch a little bit of it as it's going. Somewhat of a little bit of a controversial goal for Harrisburg to score, because it wasn't immediately called, and then eventually, after the play continued, it got to a point they awarded Harrisburg the goal. as this will be, as the fans are yelling for a foul against Watertown. Doesn't matter, the Governors have the ball again here with Jasmine Yost, moving up for Bauer, and a fight for it with Megan Clay. And then it will be the goalkeeper in Engstad that came out to try and play. Bauer got upended, she gets back up, and Zoe Bauer will try and win the ball back from Schockenmeyer. And on that the near side, it goes out of bounds off of Watertown, and the Governors will get a throw, but they will get a couple subs as Van Roekel and Fisher are back in. Flatmeyer will take a seat, and it will be also Cameron Larson that will take a seat as well, with 12:45 remaining here in the second half. This throw will come here from the Governors. Yost will take it. She'll throw it into the box as Benninger had it for a moment. Now it'll be played back. Fisher for Van Roekel, for Bruggeman. This will be sent back out towards Wirtz. She will settle it down. It'll be Hilmer. Instead, it'll be played back. Hilmer will try and win the ball back. Both players fall down to the grass. Referee allows play to continue. I'm not really sure why. I mean, there wasn't a foul. If they were, they both fouled each other, and it will end up going out of bounds and a throw here for the Governor. It was a good no call because both kind of just ran into each other and fell down on top of each other.
Ball between them, nobody else could get to it.
As Yost will throw it in here for a moment. I'm not sure what.
Hey, is the clock stopped? Is the clock stopped? Hey, Jeff, or Murphy, Joe.
Not sure what's maybe going on across the way.
I think there might be a fan disturbance.
So play will be picked back up, and I'm not sure what the case might be. I would assume that it would be a fan disturbance of some kind. Everybody kind of converged on one area. And so play will continue. They will restart the clock as Yost will throw it in. And it will be the Governors that have it here on the near side. Yost will send across, and an opportunity. Van Roekel is looking for it. It will now be on the far side of the field for Watertown. As we are 11 and a half minutes to go. A couple players tumbled down again. Katie Fisher will move it up. It'll get out to the sideline, and it'll be out of play off of Watertown. About 20 seconds ahead of where we need to be. With about 11:15 remaining, get that put back on the clock. This will be here for Jasmine Yost. Harrisburg still up 1-0 on Yankton. 6 minutes to go in that contest. It is a long run here for Bauer. And she'll lose that one as it goes out of play for a goal kick. We're going to get a sub here soon for Watertown. And again, they have to be very quick on their subs. They're down by 3 with under 11 minutes to go. And as soon as the whistle goes for a sub to come in, they've got to hustle on and off the field to not spend too much time with 10 and a half minutes to go in the second half. Over on that far side, it'll be controlled back again by Watertown. This will go out for a throw for the Governors. Flatmeyer is going to check in here eventually as she gives a wave to the camera as well. Governors lead at 5-2. American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. This will be to the far side of the field. And they will run here for Watertown. Can they get something going for them? And a good play defensively from Caitlin Taylor, as that will go out of play, and we'll get subs to check in from both sides. The aforementioned Natalie Flatmeyer is back in for Aubrey Fisher. Brooklyn Randall and Lauren Tesh are back in for the Watertown Arrows. And Subs trying to get off the field here for Watertown before they can throw the ball in. 9.5 minutes to go here in the second half. And again, 4.5 minutes to go between Harrisburg and Yankton. And the Gazelles are trying for the upset, but they're down 1-0. Rapid City Stevens, the first team in. O'Gorman and Roosevelt were scheduled to play at noon as well. We didn't have a score update on them. We'll try and get that before we get off the air this afternoon. This will be a throw here for Watertown as we get to the final 9 minutes of the second half. Schackenmeyer will throw it in. This will be at middle of the field, trying to send one into the box. It was wide, and Swanson will wait for Watertown to close in on her before she picks it up. Wastes a little bit more time with 8:40 remaining here in the second half. This will be up on the far side. Van Rokel's pass went off of an arrow. Lexi Hilmer will send it up ahead. This will be a long run now here for Van Rokel, and it goes to the sideline. The ball will go out of play, and a quick throw here for Watertown with 8:20 to go here in the second half. It'll be Hilmer across midfield, or across into the attacking third on that far side. With 8 minutes to go here in the second half. Hilmer's cross, it is broken up, still on the top of the box. Yost will knock it down. Yost gets upended, and a foul will be called just feet beyond the box right now, and a dangerous free kick upcoming for the Governors. And time called, the clock will stop. 7:45 remaining here in the second half. And Lexi Hilmer, who scored already once in the second half on a free kick, will have a fantastic opportunity to do the same thing here.
Yeah, it's a little bit closer, so there may not be quite as much float, but she's got a lot of ability to drive it a lot harder and pick her spot.
Hilmer's free kick. That will find the back of the net again. Hilmer gets another one to make it 6-2, and the Governors are rolling in again in the second half of a playoff game. Hilmer's second free kick goal, number 2, and with 7:43, the Governors are that much away from a state semifinal berth.
Yep, good shot there. Picked the left side of the goal and put it in the upper side there. Missed the wall and drove it home.
7:37 to go here in the second half with a 4-goal lead for the Pierre Governors. 6-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebein scoreboard. Pierre has scored 7 second-half goals in the playoffs. They've scored 11 goals overall, but 7 of those 11 have come in the second half. Well, that's got to be a lot of confidence. Would most likely, outside of Yankton coming back in the last minute of scoring, that's going to have to be a lot of confidence going into that game against Harrisburg. Knowing that 11 goals in 2 games probably not going to happen. You're not going to average 5 goals against Harrisburg, but the offense has got to feel pretty good going into this game against Harrisburg on Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's been a lot of different people. We have 3 people with 2 today, but they're playing well, and everybody's getting winning balls. Zoe Bauer won a ton of balls today down the side, keeping possession, and those things stand out. She's not going to be on the score sheet, but she's definitely contributed to the offense just by keeping possession and winning balls.
6.5 minutes to go here in the second half. They're down to the final 20 seconds between Harrisburg and Yankton. There's a couple subs that will check in here for the Governors, as Katie Hassler and Kinsley Pfeffer will be checking in. On the far side, that'll go out of play. It'll be a throw here for Watertown. And again, Harrisburg, they are going to pick up the win over Yankton. They are going to win 1-0 over the Yankton Gazelles. And so Harrisburg is into the semifinal, which means the Governors will travel to Harrisburg on Tuesday. This will be a throw here for Watertown. 6 minutes to go. And they scored that one late in the second half, past the halfway point of the second half when Harrisburg got their 1 goal. And Pierre will be looking for the opportunity to knock them off on the road and get to the state championship against either Stevens and the winner of O'Gorman Roosevelt, which we haven't seen who won that game quite yet. This will be a foul committed against Watertown. That will end up being the 10th foul against Watertown. As it'll be here for Flatmeyer with 5:15 remaining here in the second half. This will be a foul against the Governors. That'll be their 6th foul. Mendel, this is 2 games in a row here. The second half for the Pierre Governors have been as near flawless. You take away the first 58 seconds of the second half, 2 near flawless games of the second half of the playoffs for Pierre.
Yeah, absolutely. And definitely, certainly against Mitchell, they dominated the game. Watertown scores early here in this one, but they bounced right back and put it away. There's 7 minutes left, and the outcome's not in doubt, and that's always a good feeling.
We'll get a couple subs as, again, Pfeffer and it will be Hausler that will check in for Fravel and Bauer. And Fravel shows up twice on the score sheet with her 2 goals, and as Mendel said too, Bauer's not going to show up on the stat sheet in goals and assists, but her defensive play, her great play in the second half has been exceptional for this Governor team today.
Yeah, Watertown's not going to be sorry to not see her anymore.
As Jasmine Yost will move it up across midfield. This will be for Hausler that will play it back over to the far side. And again, with now under 4 minutes to go here in the second half, this will be a throw-in upcoming here for the Governors. Last 4 minutes, you want to come out healthy, you want to come out in good shape, and get ready for a Tuesday contest against Harrisburg.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Not a lot of time to prepare.
So you get the Sunday day, and then good news is there's no school on Monday, so maybe a little extra time to prepare for that game on Tuesday.
Put about a 7-hour practice in, right?
I was going to say, something to keep the legs fresh, 7-hour practice. As Hausler will move it up. It'll be intercepted by Detman, who scored to make it a 3. It was a 3-2 game, just 58 seconds into the second half. But as Detman scored to make it a 1-goal game, the Governors scored 3 goals in this second half, 2 off the free kick from Lexi Hilmer. They took advantage of the fouls that were called against the Watertown Arrows. They had 10 fouls, still 3 minutes to go in the second half. 10 fouls have been called against Watertown, and they made 3 of those 10 fouls extremely hurt because they've turned free kicks into goals 3 times in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just, you make fouls, sometimes you have to foul. I mean, it's not a terrible thing, but when you commit those fouls in really close places to the goal, it can hurt you in a hurry.
There is now
2:25.
Yeah, another foul committed against Watertown. Free kick here for the Governors, and with 2:20 to go, just about time to have things run its course. Although Watertown, they're not going to give up till the final minute and the final seconds go off the clock, as Yost will send it down on that far side. Again, we'll have coverage on Tuesday. When it will be, we'll have to wait to see what the time will be, but it will be in Harrisburg. We'll have coverage about 20 minutes before kickoff, and we'll have the game here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports, which also means that we will have Pierre volleyball against Harrisburg in Pierre on Capital City Rock, is why we'll have the call of that one. This will be a long shot by Hilmer. She was looking for the hat trick. That will go wide. Pierre's going to be outshot in this game. We'll have stoppage of play with the sub for Fravel to check in for Yost with about 94 seconds remaining in the second half. And Pierre will advance to the state semifinal. We'll have a little bit more of a post-game show than we did on Tuesday. We'll talk a little bit more about this contest since we had to try and quickly get over to volleyball. As Brueggemann, this will be moved up for Hilmer. And now it'll be Fisher that will push it ahead for Watertown as we get to the final minutes of this state quarterfinal game. And Pierre was down 1-0 before they took a 3-1 lead at halftime. Made it 3-2 to Watertown a minute into the second half. Lexi Hilmer scored twice, and Maya Fravel got her second goal in this second half, to take a 4-goal lead. And the Governors have scored 11 times in 2 games here in the playoffs. This will be on the far side of the sideline with 35 seconds remaining here in the second half. This will be over for ball going out of play, and it'll be a throw here for Watertown with 25 seconds to go. Flatmeyer. It'll be Fisher that takes it back over for Watertown. Down to the final 10 seconds. So the Governors will win their final 2 games here at home, knowing that they have to play in Harrisburg on Tuesday, and they want to play in Rapid City a week from today in the state championship for Class AA. Time is running down to the final seconds. I got the whole time run down on my end, but we're down to the final seconds. So the Pierre Governors are going to win this one 6-2 with American Family Insurance. Brittany Shuffle by scoreboard. That is a final, and the Governors advance to the state semifinal. 6-2 win over Watertown. Another dominating second half, and they will play Tuesday in Harrisburg. And we'll be back with a post-game show after this. Back in 3 minutes here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Is your roof ready for the next South Dakota storm? Don't wait till it's too late. For over 25 years, Karsten Erickson Roofing and Construction has been serving Central South Dakota with quality roofing and construction. He has now added gutters. We offer dependable service, guaranteed workmanship, and no unnecessary flash or fuss. Just reliable protection for your home. Karsten Erickson Roofing and Construction. Experience you can trust. Call today, 605-280-8133. Karsten Erickson Roofing and Construction, serving Central South Dakota for over 25 years.
Hey, it's us at Slumberland, and we want to say thank you. As a loyal customer, you deserve the best deals of the season. That's why we're rolling out the red carpet for our customer appreciation sale. Get massive savings on everything you need for your home. Save up to 50% off list prices. Plus, take an extra 15% off already reduced select items store-wide. Sofas, sectionals, the mattresses you've been dreaming of. It's all on sale. The Slumberland Customer Appreciation Sale. Doors open October 9th and the savings end October 13th.
Today's game is made possible by our great local sponsors like Kathy Sunshine Properties. Whether you're buying, selling, or looking for your forever home, Kathy and her crew are here to help make your move simple and stress-free. With local expertise and commitment to their clients, they are ready to go to work for you. Call 605-224-5588 today or visit contactkathy.com. Kathy Sunshine Properties, turning your dreams into an address.
This fall, Beck Motor Company, your Heartland Chevy dealer, is proud to support our local athletes and all the fall sports that bring our community together. At BMC, we're here to take the stress out of car buying and maintenance. Whether you're in for routine service or looking to drive home in a brand new Chevy, you'll find a team that's honest, helpful, and ready to go the extra mile. Beck Motor Company, we're making a great deal better. www.beckmotors.com.
Becky Potsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance. It's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173.
You know that feeling when you're exactly where you're meant to be? That's what it feels like to bank at First National Bank Pierre. We're not some big faceless corporation. We're your neighbors. We're the people you see at the grocery store, at the local ball game. We're committed to helping this community grow one person at a time. Need a loan for your new home? Or maybe you're starting that business you've always dreamed of. Our team is here ready to listen and help you find the right financial solution. Because at First National Bank in Pierre, we believe in hometown banking. Visit us at one of our 2 locations in Pierre or our Fort Pierre location. First National Bank, your hometown bank. We welcome you back as we are in the post-game show. The Pierre Governors win it 6-2 over the Watertown Arrows. John Winkler alongside Mendel Miller as the Governors will advance to the state semifinal with a 6-2 victory, scoring 3 goals in the second half And Mendel, another dominating performance in the second half, especially for this Governor team to get to the state semifinal.
Yeah, exactly. Good team play. They got offense from constantly on the attack. The wind didn't bother them going into the wind. They were able to attack, and the fouls hurt Watertown, helped Pierre obviously, but Pierre carried the play. They carried the play. They owned the possession, and I think the wind did hurt Watertown a little bit in the second half because some of those through balls that were getting hung up and being creating chances in the first half went all the way through to Swanson with the wind behind them.
Well, the Governors were down 1-0. Chloe Landmark scored just 12 minutes into not even 12 minutes, 11 and a half minutes into the first half to go up 1-0. But it was Maya Fravel and then Natalie Flotmeyer twice in the second and later in the first half, all within the last 9 minutes. 2 goals in a minute. They took a 3-1 lead at the break. And then in the first minute of the second half, it was Olivia Detman that scored to make it 3-2. And Watertown felt pretty confident after that. They thought maybe they had an opportunity to get the game tied, but Lexi Hilmer scored on the free kick just 4 minutes later, and then Hilmer got a second one on a free kick, and Fravel had a second goal as well, and the Governors scored the final 3 goals to win it 6-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Schuffelbein scoreboard. So they will take on Harrisburg on Tuesday, coming up on the road in the state semifinal. Mendel, real quick, your thoughts on the opportunity of being able to play Harrisburg again and what they need to do to get a win against the Tigers?
Well, the first thing they're going to have to do is they're going to have to keep creating offense because, as we said before, Harrisburg doesn't give up a lot of shots. They don't give up a lot of opportunities. So it's definitely going to have to be they're going to have to be creative, find ways to create, whether that's draw fouls and convert the free kicks or whether that's get corners and score on set pieces. And then, honestly, they'll be the underdog, so they can take the underdog strategy, keep it close, let the pressure build, and then if you have to win in penalty kicks, any win's a good win in the playoffs.
And it was going to be Stevens against O'Gorman in the other semifinal. O'Gorman won 3-0 in their game over Roosevelt. Stevens won 2-0 over Aberdeen Central. The only boys score that we can report on, Sioux Falls Christian upset Aberdeen Central 2-1. So the team that beat the Governors in the boys' side on Tuesday, they're into the state semifinal with an upset. That's the third official upset of the boys' playoffs. Watertown and Brandon Valley were playing each other in one of those upsets, in those 2 upsets as well. But that'll wrap things up for us here from the Pilk Fields. We will be back on Tuesday for Pierre Governor Soccer on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We will wait to see what the time is, but we will have coverage about 20 minutes before kickoff between the Govs and the Harrisburg Tigers. I want to say thanks to Eliza Mayer back at the station. Thanks to Casey Michelson, Taylor Buss, my wife Kayla for holding down the tent over the course of our game, being able to help us out as we were dealing with a lot of the wind here, but we thank them. And then, again, thanks to Eliza Mayer back at the station. For Mendel Miller, John Winkler, 6-2 win for the Pierre Governors over the Watertown Arrows, as we say so long from the Pilk Fields.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Sports on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. The Pierre Governors are brought to you by Bank West, Allied Plumbing, Beck Motors, Home Care Services, Venture Communications, Vilas Pharmacy, Todd's Electric, State Farm Insurance, CHS River Plains, and Zander Auto Parts. And by Wheelhouse Auto Body, Slumberland, SD Savin, Shane's Pharmacy, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, First Fidelity Bank, Country Carpet and Flooring, and Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping. And by Wagner Auto, Sanford Clinic, the South Dakota Office of Attorney General, Division of Consumer Protection, American Family Insurance, Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, Envirotech, First National Bank, and Faith Lutheran Church. And by Kruger Climate Systems, River Bottom Sanitation, Rising Hope Counseling, Pizza Ranch, Olson Plumbing, Dakota Storm Roofing, Ferding Electric, James Valley Landscaping, Lamb Motors, May Adam, and First Dakota National Bank. And by Oahe Federal Credit Union, Missouri River Dentistry, Kruger Contracting, Karsten Erickson Roofing, Gales Gas, Edward Jones Financial, and First United Methodist Church. Join us all season for more of the Pierre Governors. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting, Central South Dakota's sports leader.
Atlanta at Georgia Tech, 5-0 to start the season and ranked 13th in the AP, its highest ranking since finishing the 2014 season, sitting there at number 8. Haynes King